Hello, thank you. Welcome to Futures for Our Future. I'm Eric.
And I'm Brian. Let's get to this week's top stories.
Apex is a bunch of dirty bastards. There's no other way to say it. But give me a few minutes to set this up. And when I connect the dots, you'll see exactly why this scandal is shaking the trading world to its core. This is a masterclass in how not to treat your business partners or traders. If you thought prop firms were all about helping you succeed, buckle up, because this story is about to flip everything you thought you knew on its head. And if ever there was a situation that screams, 3 strikes and you're out, this is it. Here's the setup. Apex struck a deal with tech genius and former co-owner Leo Riot. Yes, you heard that right. He was one of the original owners of Apex. Leo left the company after Daryl Martin, the current owner of Apex, essentially forced him into a business throuple with John Skelton. And let's just say, Leo wasn't exactly into the upside-down pineapple lifestyle, or the reduced profit split. So he took the high road and walked away from what I can only describe as a financial cuckfest. We covered this whole saga in week 50, starting at 8 minutes and 45 seconds. It's a wild ride, so definitely check it out. While at Apex, Leo developed a cutting-edge trading software called the Funding Program Automation Engine. Think of it as the Ferrari of trading systems, sleek, powerful, and worth every penny. Anticipating that Apex might play dirty, Leo made a smart move. He filed for and secured a patent on his tech. Even after leaving the company, Apex was allowed to continue using the software under one clear condition. They owed him 33% of their monthly profits, a deal they agreed to in writing, signed by none other than Heavy D himself. Sounds straightforward, right? Well, apparently not.
Fast forward to July 2024. Apex pulls in $13 million in profits. Leo's cut, $4.3 million. But instead of paying him, they pull a corporate ghosting move. August, they rake in $17 million. Leo's share? $5.6 million. Still no payment. By September, after another $9.2 million in profits, Leo is owed $3 million. At this point, Apex is treating him like the ex they owe money to, ignoring texts and hoping he'll just forget. Well, he didn't. On September 27, Leo sent them a very polite, "Pay up or I'll burn this bitch down." And when Apex didn't cough up the cash, he terminated their license on October 28th. But did that stop them from using his software? Oh, absolutely not. That's like being told to leave a party and deciding, actually, this is my house now. But here's where it gets good. Leo, being the tech-savvy genius he is, built a tracker into the software, a little tag that popped up anytime someone used it. And surprise, surprise, Leo found these tags all over Apex's systems after they were supposed to stop using it. Caught, red-handed. It's like stealing cookies and leaving crumbs all over your shirt.
So naturally, Leo sues them for copyright infringement, trade secret theft, and, let's be honest, being the worst business partners ever. He's asking for $18 million in unpaid fees, which, let's face it, Apex could have just paid. But I guess they needed that money for, I don't know, pallets of coconut oil? The drama doesn't stop there. On December 27, 2024, the court issued a temporary restraining order ordering Apex to stop destroying evidence. Yep, you heard that right. Destroying evidence, because apparently their damage control strategy was ripped straight out of an old mob movie. Honestly, they might as well have tied cement blocks to their servers and tossed them into the river. You know, sleeps with the fishes style. Now, there's a big hearing scheduled for March 5th, 2025, where we'll find out if Leo gets his justice, or if Apex manages to pull an O.J. Simpson and wiggle out of this mess. After all, as they say, if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. Well, traders are going to say, if my prop firm doesn't pay, it's time to walk away. So here's the moral of the story. If you're going to cheat someone, maybe don't do it to your friend, previous co-owner, or with the guy who designed the software you're running your entire business on. Because if Leo's tracking tags don't catch you, karma definitely will.
But wait, Leo's not the only one Apex seems to have wronged. Enter Martin Montano, the top affiliate for Apex since day one. His job? Bring in new traders. The promise? Lifetime residual commissions. Sounds great, right? Well, it would be if Apex actually paid him. Instead, they've been stiffing him harder than a vending machine eating your dollar. Let's look at the 2024 numbers. October. Martin earns $208,000. Not paid. November. $238,000, still not paid. December, $215,000. Guess what? Also not paid. That's $662,000 Apex owes him. But Martin didn't just take this lying down. No, sir. He sued them too.
This might be a good time to connect the dots. Leo Riot, the central figure in the first lawsuit, is also the founder of TradeDay.com, a prop firm that is a competitor to Apex. And his co-founder? You guessed it, Martin Montano, the plaintiff in the second lawsuit. Does that seem suspicious to anyone else? Now let's look at the timeline. Leo terminated Apex's software license in October. And when did Apex miss their first payment to Martin? Ding, ding, ding. October. Coincidence? Maybe. But is it possible that Apex retaliated against Martin because they were upset with Leo? It sure seems awfully convenient, doesn't it?
And the cherry on top? Apex has been caught red-handed doing some very questionable things internally. I mean, beside cheating Leo and Martin out of their money, and that's not surprising considering their chief of staff is Anthony Todd Johnson. Yeah, the same guy that was banned by the SEC after raising $20 million for a marijuana farm and then allegedly misappropriating $2.7 million. That's right. He took investor money and reportedly spent it on yachts, cars, and who knows what else. And now he's in charge of a prop trading firm. It's like hiring a wolf to guard your chicken coop and then wondering why there's feathers everywhere.
And then there's John Skelton, the guy who spent 4 hours accusing traders of being schemers and scammers, only to get caught red-handed himself on video. Remember when he made traders record videos of themselves to catch them in the act of scheming and scamming? Oh, the irony. In a Zoom video leaked by a whistleblower, John isn't just casually discussing rule changes. He's treating them as the cornerstone of his entire business plan. Forget value propositions or best-in-class service. John's big idea is to weaponize anxiety and intentionally set traders up to fail. Let's just say TEDx won't be reaching out for a talk on business ethics. Ever.
That's right. The very people who claim they're rooting for you to succeed and get your payout are actually working against you. How do we know? Well, it's confirmed by T3 that out of 85,000 PA accounts, Apex only moved 8 traders to accounts that were live. 8. Let that sink in. And if that's not bad enough, here's John himself, proudly unveiling his 7-page plan, a blueprint designed to screw you out of your hard-earned money. Like a Bond villain, he starts, "Hold on, I have not been recording this Zoom. I know you record everything. Will you stop it for a minute?" Right there, that's the corporate equivalent of, "Hey, can we pretend you didn't just see me Googling how to fake my own death?" I mean, when your first sentence screams, "Destroy the evidence," maybe, just maybe, you're the problem.
I have not been recording this Zoom. I know you record everything. Will you stop for a minute? I know you. You record everything. Will you stop it for a minute? And I'd rather get into the big details of this with you in person, like I did with Dan. Like I have a whole 7-page. So there's 2 different things here. There's yes, people 1st through 5th, 15th through 20th submit requests, and we got to look through them, and that's a lot. I've got a lot of things spelled out where we can change some of our rules, change some of our guidelines, and a shit ton of stuff to add to the PA contract to help with some things. But the whole other side of it, of daily attacking our big 85,000, yeah, I hate going even over some of this, Dan, online. So might have made a report for this guy named John that could track, hey, you can sort this, and here's everybody on day 8 of their PA, and here's their balance. And we know there's a payout period coming up a few days later. Okay? Well, you know, I want to make sure that these people are following some good rules. So maybe all those people get a particular message that's one of 50 I have laid out of, hey, you know, your PA has been selected to be reviewed. We're going to be monitoring your trades over the next few days, and you need to make sure of this and this and this and that. Ooh, what happens? What happens? You with me?
All right, now let's talk about Apex's response to the whole lawsuit mess. They kick things off with this gem. Civil disputes are a matter of public record. Translation: you're going to hear about this anyway, so let us spin it before Reddit does. Then they hit us with the classic corporate line: we intend to pursue all appropriate relief through the courts. Yes, the old "we're taking the high road" routine, while simultaneously dragging someone through the mud. High road indeed, Apex. High road indeed. Then they doubled down. All technology currently in use at Apex is the sole property of Apex. Nice try, but you can't just hire someone to take apart Leo's patented tech, reassemble it without the tracking tags, and suddenly call it your property. That's like repainting a stolen car and insisting it's yours because it looks different now. And here's the kicker. Apex drops this line: anyone can file a civil complaint against anyone for just about anything. Yes, the ultimate defense. Why are you suing me? You could literally sue anyone. Honestly, it's almost inspiring. Makes me want to sue my neighbor for stealing my parking spot.
But the crazy part? These baseless claims will not derail Apex's vision for 2025. Because, of course, nothing screams forward momentum like a messy courtroom battle. But don't worry, they're teasing exciting new announcements coming soon. Oh, I'm sure they'll be very exciting. Something along the lines of, to better serve our traders, we're proud to introduce Apex 4.0. The rules, even harder. The failures, more frequent. And our profits, well, just enough to cover all these lawsuits. So there you have it. A company knee-deep in negligent business practices and lawsuits, yet still promising big things for the future. My advice? Diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one prop firm's basket. If Apex collapses, the fallout will be devastating. Traders, affiliates, and everyone depending on them for income will be left in the dust. And if 2024 taught us anything, it's this. Don't get caught off guard. Plan ahead and protect yourself.
Patrick Wieland, after raking in $800,000 in 2024, took a brief hiatus. But much like trading Jesus, he resurrected to return to his loyal followers live from BDH, short for Big Dick House. Patrick's boldest and, let's face it, greatest creation. This space doesn't just showcase his trading prowess, it's a shrine to his larger-than-life persona, complete with his cock proudly displayed on the wall. Not that kind of cock, the clucking kind, of course, and because no trading lair is complete without a touch of extravagance, one of his many luxury vehicles sits inside. BDH is a bold and buzzing trading hub, decked out in unapologetically loud orange accents on gray walls, with a massive BDH logo on the back wall, just in case you forget where you are. The energy on opening day was electric, and let's be honest, Victoria turned up the voltage with a wardrobe malfunction that could have doubled as an audition for Basic Instinct 2, Trader's Edition. Of course, trader boys who haven't left their basement since NQ was under 15,000 didn't mind. Patrick, sporting a buzz cut and a sharp sports jacket, reminded her there are cameras everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. A few celebrity YouTubers like Alpine, Trades by Matt, and Joey Morgan popped into the chat to say hi, adding some star power to the stream. But the real story was happening in the studio. Emilio, BDH's first invited day trader, held it down at the sleek workstations, expertly managing trades like he's been waiting his whole life for this moment. Meanwhile, Ginger, Patrick's new executive assistant, sat patiently at her station, listening to the sports car engines rev every time Patrick rotated the featured car. Each growl of the engine making her question her life choices.
Now, were there hiccups? Of course. The cameras occasionally overheated and went offline. But hey, as far as launch days go, this was a home run. There was, however, a close call with a special guest Brett Simba, who arrived fashionably late, keeping everyone guessing if he'd show up at all. But he's forgiven, as long as those trade-if-I payouts don't start running on Brett time. Of course, Brett was worth the wait, quickly settling into his rhythm like it was his old streaming days. He spent 2 hours dropping wisdom on market recaps, strategies, and the ever-changing prop trading space. With Patrick and Brett feeding off each other, the tea wasn't just hot, it was boiling.
First up, the CME, which has decided to become its own clearing firm. Translation, CME is cutting out brokers to deal directly with traders, like skipping Uber Eats to grab the food yourself. Only this time, the bill might be smaller. Good news for traders, bad news for brokers, who've been cashing in as middlemen for years. Of course, this bold move had some traders clutching their mousepads, speculating that CME might ban prop firms. But those fears were squashed faster than a trader hitting the wrong button on a market order. CME isn't a regulator. It's a for-profit public company. They're here to make money, not play hall monitor. For now, it's business as usual, just with CME looking to grab a bigger slice of the pie.
FINRA, meanwhile, is done with simulated accounts hogging all the oxygen in the room. Not only are they missing out on fees, but they're also fed up with traders loitering in evaluation phases like it's the cool kids table at lunch. It's like they're throwing a house party, but everyone's stuck in the driveway instead of dancing in the living room. For FINRA, the mission is clear. Get more traders into live markets where they can generate real activity and, let's be honest, real fees. This could mean big changes for prop firms who may pivot toward faster transitions from evaluations to funded accounts. Expect a push for new tools, more education, and plenty of incentives to nudge traders off the bench and into the game.
One hot topic from the interview? Trailing drawdowns, the nemesis of many a trading account. Rumor has it Take Profit Trader might eliminate them altogether. For traders who've been burned by trailing drawdowns, this sounds like a dream come true. But for now, it's just a rumor, more of a wait and see than a pop the champagne.
So where does this leave us? In classic market cliffhanger territory, of course. Will FINRA tighten the leash on simulated accounts? Will CME's direct-to-trader model send brokers into panic mode? And will Take Profit Trader actually break up with trailing drawdowns? Stay tuned. Brett hinted we could have some answers as early as next week. If the trading world feels like a never-ending reality show, remember, it's not just about making money, it's about surviving the drama long enough to cash in. Thankfully, Patrick and BDH are here to keep us informed, entertained, and ready for whatever comes next. Catch Patrick live on YouTube about 15 minutes before the New York Open. Trust me, no one breaks down the market open like he does. It's absolutely worth the watch.
All right, folks, let's take a moment to recognize someone who's been absolutely crushing it this week. Futures Trading with Kelly Ann. If you're not following her updates, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Probably something less productive, like trying to teach your dog how to trade. Now, Scruffy is all in on tennis ball options and considering a career in chew toy arbitrage. Meanwhile, Kelly Ann has been diving headfirst into the swirling tornado of prop firm drama and delivering it all with the clarity and diligence of someone who actually reads the terms and conditions on those PA accounts. Kelly Ann, we don't deserve you. Seriously, if there was a prop firm Pulitzer, it'd already be hanging over your toilet.
And let's not forget your band of community sleuths. It's like having your own Scooby-Doo team out there. And seriously, what's going on in that mystery machine van? Whatever it is, it's working. These unsung heroes are out there spotting shady practices, sharing experiences, and shining a flashlight into the murkiest corners of the trading world. Without them, a lot of this nonsense would still be buried deeper than Apex's legal team under a mountain of court motions. Together, you've built a community where accountability thrives, and the whole trading world is better for it. Zoinks, what a team.
Now, let's give a standing ovation to the anonymous whistleblower at Apex. Whoever you are, you're the real MVP. You've risked your job and probably set yourself up for a very passive-aggressive email from Apex's legal team. And the reason you are doing it? You are doing it to bring this chaos into the light and push for change in the prop space. It's clear you actually care about making a difference. But let's be real. It also takes guts. The kind of guts it takes to short the market 5 minutes before Jerome Powell takes the mic for FOMC. So, to the Apex whistleblower, we salute you. Your courage is proof that the honest trader still has a fighting chance to succeed in this often unscrupulous industry. We owe you a deep debt of gratitude, and let's be honest, we also owe you a GoFundMe for those inevitable legal fees.
While we're still basking in Kelly Ann's glow, let's pile on the compliments like she's the Beyoncé of futures trading. This week, she didn't just make waves, she triggered a full-on tsunami with her updated prop firm rankings. Initially, the funded futures family landed on the scam list after complaints about sneaky charges and the classic no-no of running a prop firm while calling signals, a conflict tied to the now-defunct Traders Evolved. But here's where Kelly Ann proved she's not just sharp, she's fair. After hearing feedback about Top Step's similar practices and learning that Traders Evolved had closed up shop, she did the unthinkable. She listened. She reassessed, reevaluated, and ultimately moved the funded futures family back to the new prop firm list. Kelly Ann, your willingness to listen, adapt, and hold all firms to the same standard sets the bar incredibly high for all content creators in the trading space. Your hard work has made us all better informed, and for that, we can't thank you enough. Please keep it up for all the traders who don't have a voice.
And that's all for this episode. Thank you for watching Top Stories with Futures for Our Future. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm Eric.
And I'm Brian. Thank you, and have a great week trading.
This space doesn't just showcase his trading prowess, it's a shrine to his larger-than-life persona, complete with his cock proudly displayed on the wall.